Hey guys, what's up? Casey here from Just a MotoVlog. It's me. Today I'm going to teach you how to ride a motorcycle in exactly 5 minutes. Not like a 5-minute video, but like how to literally hop on a motorcycle and ride it within 5 minutes. So as of right now, let's go ahead and shut her down. You have your engine cut off, which is a red button, usually on your motorcycle, and I have mine pushed in right now. And you can see by an indicator right here, I don't know if you can see that, but it says if it's pushed in, it won't start. If it's pushed out, like if it's out, it will start. So to make sure to have your kill switch out, whichever direction it needs to be in, and to start your motorcycle, you gotta have the clutch in, obviously. Pull the clutch in, start it up. There you go. I'm in neutral right now. I'm usually in first. You know what I mean? Because I park my bike out in front of my apartment on the street. So I'm usually in first gear. But to get into neutral, you have to do a baby tap up, and it's neutral is just before second gear. So right now I'm in first, and I went ahead and I tapped the gear shift down. That's how it works on motorcycles. Tap the gear shift all the way down to go into first. Now to go into second, it's just a baby, to neutral, it's just a baby tap up. Neutral is between first and second gear. So let's do a baby tap up. Okay, I went a little too hard right there. You gotta do like a little baby tap on this bike. And as you can see in the instrument cluster, it's lit up green. You may not have that. You may not have that. You may have it. It's signaling me right now in the instrument cluster that I am in neutral. And to test that out, you can let off the clutch. The bike is still running, and I can roll forward. There you go. Now to go into first gear, like I mentioned before on motorcycles, push down, and I don't know if you just heard it click right there, but it just went into first gear. To go into second gear, do a full click up. We're gonna have to be rolling forward just a little bit. See, I did a full click up. I pushed, I don't know if you can see this, I went up like that. Now we're in third gear. Let's go back down to first. Okay, now we're back down to first. So to go back down all the way to first, say if you're approaching a stop sign or a stoplight, you know, you're gonna pull the clutch in and then just click it all the way down to first. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna wanna always be at first at stop signs and stoplights. Until you get more experience, then you're gonna flip it, then you're gonna like kick it into neutral, like what I usually do when I'm at like stoplights, to like rest my hand or whatever. But yeah, what I wanna teach you is basically something that's called the friction zone. And with that, you're gonna be able to learn how to ride more comfortably and more safely faster. So right now, we're in first, which is clicked all the way down, the gear shifter, and I'm gonna put this up because it's hot as balls. Whew. And what we're gonna do is use something called the friction zone. So there's basically gonna be no throttle applied whatsoever. And what we're gonna do is just release the clutch while it's in first gear, and you'll notice that the bike starts to roll by itself. There it goes. I'm applying no throttle, and the bike is going basically by itself. This is what's called the friction zone on the clutch. I'm applying zero throttle. The bike is going by itself. But doing this, since you're a newbie, you're going to probably do this. You're going to kill it. Not a big deal. Whatever. It's not a big deal whatsoever. You're going to do it a couple of times. I did it. Everybody does it. And everybody still does it, even years after riding. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to find an empty parking lot, by the way, with 0 cars, since you're new to riding, and just work on that friction zone. Have it in first gear. And you may even have a gear indicator. If you don't, just push it all the way down until that gear shift is all the way down. Release the clutch slowly, apply zero throttle, go about 10 feet forward. Like a couple lines, couple parking spots, like 5 or 6 or whatever. Pull the clutch in and then slowly and smoothly pull the front brake in. Then what I want you to do is back up to where you started, Do the same thing again. Release that clutch slowly so you get it into the friction zone as the bike starts to move by itself when you're applying 0 throttle. Pull that clutch in, smoothly pull the front brake in, smoothly, not aggressively. Go back, do the same thing like 5-6 times until you get the friction zone down to where you're not killing the bike anymore. Then after that, let me do a U-turn here. I'm doing a U-turn in the friction zone. See, I'm applying zero throttle. After that, you know, learn how to apply like a little baby bit of throttle. So we're in first gear. What you're gonna do is when you apply throttle, you're gonna apply throttle while releasing the clutch slowly. See, I still have the clutch in, and the clutch isn't about the friction zone. And I'm applying a baby bit of throttle. And I don't want you to go out on the street at all. My goodness graciousness, look at that woman. Holy shit. Sorry. Dude, her ass is like hanging out of her shorts. Holy my, okay. What we're gonna do here is apply like a baby bit of throttle while that clutch is still in a little bit. The clutch isn't fully out. I'm applying like a little baby bit of throttle. And what I want you to do is just keep doing that, and then now the clutch is until the clutch is completely out. So we're in first gear, riding in first gear. There we go. And always keep some fingers, I want you to keep all 4 fingers on the clutch, just in case we have to stop in an emergency situation, you know what I mean? Always keep all 4 fingers on the clutch. And right now I'm in first gear, applying like a little baby bit of throttle. Pull the clutch in when you're coming to a stop, and squeeze. So pull the clutch in and squeeze smoothly the front brake in. Not aggressively, but smoothly. Motorcycles stop way faster and quicker than cars. You don't want to like jolt forward, so you're going to squeeze that front brake in smoothly. So clutch in, squeeze that front brake in smoothly. And just keep doing that. Keep doing the friction zone, like I mentioned, like 6 to 10 times until you stop killing it. And then stay in first gear. Let's let this guy pass. See, I'm in first gear. The clutch isn't even all the way out. Baby bit of throttle. Now the clutch is out. And then what we're going to do, until you feel comfortable enough, apply more throttle. Pull the clutch in. The clutch, I just shifted up to second. So what you're going to do to shift up to second is, here, let's go back down to first. Let's just go over here. I'll show you, not even moving. So I'm in first. So when you're shifting up to second, you're going to let off the throttle until there's no throttle. You're going to pull the clutch in and then shift up to second. You're just going to go ahead and shift up to second. And say if you shifted into neutral on accident, that's okay. All you're going to do is rev the engine. Just pull that clutch in again, and then do the full remaining click up to second, basically. So let me turn the bike off. It's going to look like this. Throttle. Let off the throttle while you're pulling the clutch in. But at the same time, you're going to shift that gear shifter up to second. Just like that. And you'll get used to it. And it's super easy. So you're going to do 1, throttle, 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 like that. So it's kind of like this. You know what I mean? Just like that. Auto throttle. And as you're doing that, you're going to be shifting up. And then to come to a stop, you're going to shift down while that clutch is just pulled all the way in. Coming to a stop is easy. So here's this. Let me go into second and I'll show you. Coming to a stop is like the easiest. There's a car coming. Let's hurry. Oh, cool. Nice straight road. See? I just shifted into second. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now I'm in third. Now I want to turn right here. Oh, red light, perfect. I have the clutch all the way in. and I'm applying just a little bit of pressure on that front brake while applying light to lighter pressure on the rear brake, which is right here on the right side. So you want to do that as well. So a little bit of pressure, smoothly and more aggressively as you come closer to the stop. So smoothly and more aggressively, and light to lighter pressure on the rear brake, which is right here on the right. And then, you know, just keep doing that. Keep practicing that every day in an empty parking lot until you get it, until you stop killing your bike, and until it's safe enough for you to ride on the streets, like me, basically. You know, but yeah, just keep practicing that friction zone without applying any throttle. This fucking idiot. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was very easy to understand. Keep practicing that friction zone and going into first and then going into second. Believe me, you'll get it. It's super simple. If I made it seem complicated, I'm very sorry. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day.